Hi, it's Tracey McLeod from Presentation Cells. I thought for a moment that we had a poor connection, so it's great that we're on live and it's wonderful to be talking to you now. I am a professional home stylist and I'm going to tell you a little bit about my journey, and then I'm going to take some questions from you with regard to home presentation for sale and how to help you maximise the sale price of your home while it's on the market. So let's get started. Okay, so the first thing I want to tell you about, I've got a couple of notes here for me, so if I look down, that's what I'm doing. So first thing I want to tell you is a little bit about my story. And my story really began when I was selling my first home. And I had no idea what I was doing. I really wanted the top price for my home, but I'd put it on the market poorly presented, and it really had, you know, it had blue feature walls, it had outdated furniture, the kitchen was really on its last legs, and it was really not something that people were willing to pay top dollar for. I had a very straight talking real estate agent, and he told me at the time that I really needed to do something to lift my presentation if I wanted a better price for my property. So I spent a little less than $4,000 and I was able to make $18,000 in less than 3 weeks. To me, that was like a lottery win. I was really excited about that, and I realised that if I could do it with no idea what I was doing, then anybody could do it. But at the time, there was no school of home styling. You couldn't actually learn how to style homes for sale, and you certainly couldn't learn how to do it yourself. So I was really flying blind, and to be honest, I just put things in the home that I liked, and I wasn't sure whether anybody else would actually like them. Fortunately, I was lucky enough that it was in a great location, it had a great agent, and it was really well marketed. So if I can do it, anyone can do it. We've got that sussed. And what I've done since then, so it started me on a property journey, and that journey was all about being able to sell, to learn how to make money from property. And I was really planning to become an investor and sell inner city properties. And unfortunately, my dream happened right at the time of the Brisbane floods and the GFC. Therefore, making property drop dramatically in price, but homeowners still believing that they could ask a much higher price for their properties. So one of the things I did as part of that process and that training was to go into hundreds and hundreds of open homes in many areas over about a 7-year period. So I was really lucky to get that training because there was one home that was really the home that changed everything. It was a beautiful 100-year-old character home, and it had beautiful bones and socks on the floor, dirty dishes in the sink, drapes closed, curtains closed in the bedrooms. It really wasn't appealing. So when the agent rang me to see what I thought about the home, I'd done so much research in that area that I just said $50,000. And he said, okay, all right, what do you mean? And I said, that's how much the owners are leaving on the table by not presenting this home well. And he said, I totally agree with you. 3 months later, that home, after the owners had to get a bridging loan to be able to buy their next home, that home sold for exactly $50,000 less than the asking price of it. And, you know, it wasn't like I was particularly clever, but I just knew property prices in that area. So one of the really important things, actually, let me just check. My friend Kerry is here, and she's actually holding the camera. And have we got any questions so far, Kerry?
We do, from Amanda. Hi Tracy, I'd love to know your thoughts on the importance of presentation in a home for sale. I'm getting conflicting opinions from real estate agents.
Thank you, Amanda. And the question was about the importance of presentation in a home for sale and getting conflicting information from real estate agents. And this is one of the things I've also found in the marketplace, Amanda, that not every agent is on board with home presentation, and so it's really about, you still have to do your own research some of the time. And so the opportunity there, fortunately now there's a lot of information out there, although not all of it is accurate. But what we're able to do now is present our homes. You know, we have beautiful magazines and things like that, but home presentation is a marketing skill. So it becomes part of your trifecta of selling success, as I call it, which is your price, your presentation, and your marketing. Now, I've met home sellers in the past who have said to me, I don't do signage, so they don't want to do that particular part of the marketing. They say, I want my top dollar, I want my price, which is exactly what I did. And the other thing that they do is that they say, I work from home, I've got children, I cannot present my home properly. So what happens in that case is that those people are handing a lot of money over to the next person without even realising it. So with regard to price, price is pivotal. Getting your price right is really, really important in the marketing mix. So how do you do that? Well, part of it is research, and part of that research, the really important part, I believe, is legwork. So it's spending as much time as you would as a buyer going to open homes in your market, in your area, at your price point. And some of the things that you will find with that is the diversity of homes for sale in your area and how they're presented, the different levels of presentation. But there's some other things that you will notice as well. And these are really pivotal and important to helping you set your price. You'll find out who the top agents are in the area and how they react to you coming through the open home. Do they call you? What questions do they ask? These are the sort of questions that really help you to understand how the agent is going to be when they're selling your home. The second thing is, homes also help you to understand what sort of price point, what people are selling at different price points. So if your home is below those homes as far as your presentation, or perhaps you need to do some work to get it up to a standard to be competing and comparable with those homes. The third thing it'll give you is who else is buying. So who are those people who are also at the open homes? They're your buyer. And that is really the most important thing that you can know with regard to getting your presentation right. So I know this is a bit of a long-winded answer, Amanda, but I want to cover it fully for you to make sure that you understand that first thing is going to the open homes. Second thing is knowing who your target buyer is from that. So if you can create a kind of avatar, person on the fridge that you can think about when you're preparing your home, because often your buyer is the next generation of buyer. They will not necessarily be you, and oftentimes they aren't. So then if you think, wow, my home looks really nice, all of my friends say it's great, that's not really thinking of it from a marketing perspective. So with regard to your presentation, one of the things you can do is actually go around with the camera in your home, and isn't it great that we've all got iPhones, that we can go, we haven't all got iPhones, we've all got smartphones. And so we can go around and take photos of different areas of our home and look at those photos in relation to the photos that you have on the internet. A lot of people are looking at a lot of homes, a lot of buyers are looking at a lot of homes on the internet. And so they want to make sure that they can find the best home. They're going to be judging you on your photos now more than ever. Drones are coming into the picture, so you'll be able to look really closely at your home. So, and then of course there's your marketing. You cannot sell a secret. So it's really, really important if you want top dollar to make sure your presentation and your marketing and your home are all working towards that, and yourself. That's the other thing. You really need to be ready to sell, and not everyone is. Okay, now Kerry, have we got another question?
We do.
Hey, I hope that was good, Amanda, for you.
From Melissa. If you don't want to do any renovations on an old home prior to selling, what are the best things to do to make a home presentation ready?
So if you don't want to do renovations on a home, what are the best things to do, Melissa is asking, to make your home presentation ready? Hi Melissa, and thank you for your question. What I would do is I would ask a number of agents in your area to come through the home if you're serious about selling and give you an opinion on what they think about your home, what you should do at your price point and in your market, either to get top dollar or what you can expect with it as is. So that will really help you gauge, because not every home in every market needs to be renovated as such to help it obtain top dollar. So I definitely get the agents in. I know that that can be a little bit of a risky strategy because you don't want to be marketed to constantly while you're trying to prepare your home and things like that. But you really want to be, again, go to open homes, see what's on the market, see what price you're looking for, and then invite the agents in. One word of warning, because I've done this before, is you may get 3 really different opinions, but it will give you an idea of your price and it'll help you to understand a lot more about the marketplace. So I hope that's been helpful, Melissa. So don't lose the